Death, 3:45 in the morning. Milking time. In our family, he was always the quiet one. The one who trudged out to round up the cows before dawn for 3/4 of a century. The one who spent more than a decade wheeling the love of his life.
Golda here! Hey, I wanted to do that. You know, because I always go, Cole here! Anyway, listening to some KERA. Behind me's Racetrack. That's where I got my RX Arizona right here. Got a fellow friend behind me waiting to go. I am turning left. As you can see right here. So I've been thinking about a lot of things. I'm really stoked about a lot of stuff. Real excited. So I've been making a big transition, a big surprise for you guys are going to be coming. I cannot wait to surprise you. I love surprises, but we'll get to that later. So I think I came across something on YouTube again, because I was watching YouTube. And there's a couple on YouTube called Grimmlifecollective. They're kind of dark. You know, they do this kind of goth thing that's going on with them. And they recently have been in Dallas vlogging Bonnie and Clyde. Well, their death. I guess more like their grave. I don't know if it's a death site. No, it's their grave. Someone loves me back there. I thought it was interesting. I went ahead and I did subscribe to them because they have some kind of a lot of informative, educational stuff that's going on. They approach it in a very informative way. I'm not gonna say formal way. There's nothing really formal about YouTube, but they approach it in a kind of an informative way. And they do pretty much all the same stuff a lot of the vloggers do. They go to the site, they talk about, you know, different aspects of the building or what went down with the person, the history of that kind of moment in time with Bonnie and Clyde, for example. And then in a lot of cases, they go and they get something to eat, and they eat. I thought it was funny because the lead guy travels with some lady named Jessica, and they were eating, and she went like that. And I thought it was kind of funny. So I've come across some new things about thumbnails, which is interesting, because you can choose like what thumbnail you want to represent that particular vlog for that day, and they usually give you like 3 choices. Anyway, I thought it was interesting. So I'm exploring different aspects of the editing process, things like that, and delving into in video. So you know, you can have like an in video, which I don't always trust, because some of my vlogging friends, they'll point and they'll say, look at the video right here, and the video's not there, or you can subscribe right here, and then, you know, it's never really there. So I always, you know, go to when you're subscribing, I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know if you're on a television or if you're looking at this through a PC or whatever you're looking on. I don't know how it looks on the phone or whatever. There's different ways to subscribe. So I guess I'll transition into please subscribe, and please subscribe. It is a full moon tonight, so it's kind of a Grimmlifecollective one, and I'll let you see the full moon here. Kind of have to roll down the window to get. See it? So it's been a full moon for the last two nights, and you could even see the moon during the daytime. It's January 28th, 2021. Anyway, I don't know. I thought they were cool. They were also, the Grimmlifecollective were also in Grand Prairie, and they vlogged the Wax Museum and Ripley's Believe It or Not, and I don't know if they did the Mirror Maze or not, but they've been in a lot of them. So I'm just noticing a lot of patterns in a lot of the vloggers, which I think is cool. And I always think there's a story behind the vlog. I always think that, I'm like, what is this person's life about? You know, so he's vlogging. So they're vlogging Bonnie and Clyde and the graves. I thought it was interesting because Bonnie and Clyde were actually both buried in Dallas, but they were not buried side by side, which I thought was, you know, a really bad thing. But he's preserving the moment in history now, because I don't know if he's expecting it to change. Like, are they going to do something with the graves or what? But it's nice to see, you know, it's nice to see the documented history. But I always thought Bonnie and Clyde would be buried together. Another interesting thing about Bonnie was she was actually 24, or around that age when she died. And they were both from poverty, especially Clyde. And this was a very interesting vlog. So I gave them, I didn't know if I gave them a thumbs up, but I did subscribe to them. I thought they were, you know, they're an eccentric group. You know, they're kind of goth. I'm sure they're both Bauhaus fans, or they're not, I don't know. But they're very goth, and you know, if the goth thing kind of bothers you, then, you know, you may not like them, but it doesn't bother me really, because I was kind of raised around other goth people, you know, when I was younger. So it doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's like, it's fine whether they're goth or they were in business suits. It doesn't really bother me at all. But anyway, that's all I kind of wanted to say today. We're at about 7 minutes, going on 7 minutes right now. I think, you know, even though I've got some suggestions about like the Cole Show or Cole the Here, you know, because I say Cole Here, I don't know, I'm just gonna go with my name. You know, they usually can figure that out anyway. You know, like they figured out Bob Dylan was Bob Zimmerman. You know, Sam Shepard was Sam Shepard Rogers, if you're into playwrights. You know, they can figure out your name, and you can change it. You can have it like an alias if you want, but they'll figure it out anyway. I don't know. I thought about maybe doing an offshoot. I don't know if I'm ever going to have an episode 3 of the cooking show. I'll have to see if my friend comes around. But I was thinking about making a rum dum diddy dish, which is a secret dish my mother gave me. But I don't know. We'll have to find out. I'll let you take a ride. We're about 7 minutes right now.
Changed me in a way, this whole experience. And it's turned, traditionally I am a arc of history bends toward justice kind of guy. I've always been an optimist. It drives my wife crazy sometimes. I'm not as much of an optimist anymore. You know, I hear news about the vaccines and it's super promising, but the hell we have to go through for the next 6 months or a year until we're really past this. It's great to have that long-term optimism.
Oh, and by the way, if you want to fund my channel, below, you can see my finger, in the descriptions, you'll see my PayPal. You can fund that there. I've got some cool vlogs that I kind of want to, you know, check out. I've got some ideas. If you look at some of my previous posts, you'll find out I'm kind of one of those people that like Office Space, which was shot in Las Colinas. But anyway, if you're interested in funding, you can do it that way. And just please subscribe.
Are about my brother. You can hear him right there playing bass with his band Trouser. My brother died in May. He was 49. He was 10 and a half months younger than I am. We were raised like twins, enmeshed sort of in the way that kids who grew up in sort of a chaotic situation can be. And I've been dreaming about him lately. In my dreams, he's not dead. He's either hiding or dreaming, and I'm desperately trying to find him. In one dream, I've been abandoned by my ride in Quebec, of all places.
The vlog
a place I've never even been. I have
is over.